online. So out of all the lessons that I've really talked about in this video, if you forget all of them, then I just want you to remember only one, that accept change or you die. It is really very hard for me to come out in the public and talk about my failures and my weaknesses because it is so hurting, and because of ego and pride, you feel like not talking this to the family, to anyone in the public. But it has been paining me and I want to discuss it to everyone. I want to talk, and now I'm making this video with the intention that this video is going to be there and live for long, so that my daughter or my son can watch this and all my friends can watch it, and actually the people who really their lives matter to me can watch it. That's why I'm really making this video from the bottom of my heart. And in this video I want to talk about 4 lessons that I have learned on the way, and how I actually ruined my life by the age of 23. I had already ruined my life, and the good thing is that I thank God I've realized it so early, because and then I can really change. So I want to share these things so that you too don't make a mistake. If you're my son and you're watching this, and if you're my daughter and watching this, I'm telling you, you have to religiously follow what I'm saying. It is a must. You have to follow what I'm saying. And if you don't really do, and you do such mistakes, then I'll be so disappointed in you, because for me, I have told you, and for me, no one told me. So the first thing that I didn't realize, I started business so early. I left school at 19 years, at 18. Then at 19, I had already started business. So I already started business, and from 19 to 23, I had already messed up a lot of things, and I didn't realize so many things. Now, I took the business side and I didn't take the job side. That is the first thing that I did, but that is not the mistake. I actually want you to also take the business side of it. But the truth is that business is different from a job, and in the environment we are in, business, few people know what business is, and you should realize that business is actually not a job. For me, when I got into business, the mistake that I made, I sometimes thought, didn't remember that business is not a job. Now, in a job, you are consistently getting a given amount of money, and you are consistently spending a given amount of money. But with business, you can get more money, you can get less money. Now, the mistake that for me I was doing is that I was spending consistent amount of money without knowing what is my P&L, what is my profit and loss as far as business is concerned. I went to the moment of spending more money than I actually get, than actually any of my businesses do. So when you are someone who starts a business, I want you to start a business. And when you start a business, I want you to not spend your money, because for me, I wanted instant gratification, meaning I wanted to spend my profits as soon as possible. When I make money, I want to spend it as soon as possible. If you start a business, don't do that. Please, you sacrifice the first 3 years at least. Let you suffer. Don't want like to be seen like you're doing this. Be on a silent mode and keep your work. Let your work will talk for you. That is a mistake that I made, and I don't want you to do that same mistake. Treat business as a business, but not as a job. And you are not employed, so it means that you need to make sure that your business stands firm before you start getting any single coin from it. The second mistake that I did is sticking to a mentor. Now, if you don't have a mentor, that is the biggest mistake that you have made in your life. But if you get a mentor, then sticking to a mentor is one of the things that you can best do for your life. The thing is that what I can tell you is that I did a mistake. The mistake that I did is that I was changing mentors. Now, this could be my blame, and sometimes could not be my blame, but I think everything comes back to me. One, the first mentor that I got at the age of 19, and this was a Nigerian, and he was mentoring me as far as business is concerned and mindset is concerned. The thing is that I had just started business, and I didn't have money to continuously pay my mentor. So at some point, when I knew some of the basics, I left. I had some money to pay, but I left to use that money for starting up the business and running the business. The truth is that I would have continued with my mentor. I would have stuck with my mentor, because I later on did a lot of mistakes, changed different mentors, and became confused later when this mentor tells you this and it is opposite to what the other mentor tells you. You become so confused. And guess what? I know you are clever. You are so clever, and you may think that you don't need a mentor. You may think you can do it alone. Yes, I know you are clever, but guess what? You need a mentor. You need someone who has already gone through the road that you want to go through, and that person will let you know exactly what he or she felt. The thing is that the education at school is very different from the education outside there. I learned entrepreneurship and learned accounting at school, but what they tell us at school is just in an enclosed door. It is in an enclosed building, and the people who taught us entrepreneurship at school, they are not business people, so they didn't tell us. I mean, with experience in the outside world, it is the mentors that have experience in what you want to do. And guess what? They will never go wrong with you. Your mentor will always tell you right things. And when you religiously follow your mentor, you will make it. But now, the mistake I made, I was not sticking to my mentors. Mentors will need some money, of course. Good mentors sometimes will need some money. If you get a mentor who doesn't need money and just wants you to succeed, that is the best of you. Please religiously follow your mentor and stick to your mentor. Make sure at least in a week or in a month you hear from your mentor, even if one sentence will be good enough. Don't ever go away from your mentor, because that is the worst mistake I think I have ever made. Then the third thing is that the environment truly matters. When they used to tell us that environment affects us, I used not to think that environment really affects us. The truth is that yes, our environment affects us. The people that you hang up with, they truly affect us. Now, my daughter, I want to tell you that the environment that you are in, the people that you listen to, the people that you talk to, they really matter towards your success. The things that I didn't realize this up to when I became so sick, and when I told everyone around me that I really don't have money and they should support me, no one accepted that, because everyone wanted from me and no one wanted to give me. That's when I realized that I'm so big for everyone. Everyone thinks I'm big, and yet sometimes I can be down. And the most painful thing is that when you reach at some point, you realize that you are the one like advising everyone. Like, it means in your group you are the best person in your group, and if you are the best person in your group, that is now the worst thing for you. You may think it is good, but it takes you time to really accept that it is the worst thing, and you realize when it is too late. So I want you to understand that in a group, when you are the best, then you should start questioning yourself and you get a best group. Then finally, I'll talk about this last one, which is the most important one. The thing is that accept change or you die. That is it, because we are now in an environment where things are changing at a very high speed. The technology is getting too high. I don't know by the time you'll watch this video which technology you people will be having. I don't know what you people will be using even. I don't know if you people will even have you'll touch phones. Maybe people will be using, I don't know the technology that will be there, but what I all know is that no one can predict the next 20 years, because the technology is really changing so much. Everything is changing so much. Things are really changing so much. The education system is becoming ruined. Everything is really becoming ruined. I don't know what you can do, but the best lesson I can tell you for this changing world is that you need to adapt, you need to change, because Darwin's theory of evolution states that in the changing environment, the people who can adapt to the changing environment will survive, and those who cannot adapt, they will be wiped out or they will die. Because there are so many people in the world and competing for limited resources, everything is limited, jobs are limited. Everything you can talk about that you need for your own survival, even the land you need to cultivate to plant food for you to eat, is already also limited, because there are so many people in the world. If there are so many people, that means that there is a lot of competition in the world. And if there is a lot of competition in the world, it means that you should adapt and be able to comfort yourself in the changing environment. Jobs are going to change. The way we grow food is going to change. The way we talk to people has already changed. The way we relate to people has already changed. If you cannot adapt to these changes, I'm telling you, you are going to be wiped out. You are going to be left behind. So out of all the lessons that I've really talked about in this video, if you forget all of them, then I just want you to remember only one, that accept change or you die. Always accept your change. Always adapt to the environment you are in. And that is the worst mistake that I've ever made to my life, because personally, it's so hard for me like to change. It's so hard for me to adapt. It's so hard for me to adapt new food. It's so hard for me to adapt anything new to me. It's very hard for me to adapt to, and that is the worst mistake that I don't want you to make. Because if you cannot adapt or you cannot change to the current situations, the world is really going so fast, and the only people who are going to make it now, They are going to be the people who can adapt to the environment, who can see where the world is going, at least in the next 5 years. Then they try to position themselves in a better position to make their lives better. I hope these lessons have been so good for you. Take them religiously. I want to summarize them. I gave you 4 points that you should never forget. The first thing I told you, business is not a job. Treat business as a business and job as a job. And I want you to take the business path, not the job path. The second thing I want to tell you is that stick to a mentor. I did a mistake that I started changing my mentors. If you don't have a mentor, that is worse now. You should get a mentor. And then the next thing is to stick to that mentor. Follow your mentor religiously. And the best way of getting a mentor is getting someone who has gone through the path you want to go through. I told you that the education system where we went to school and copied notes has really changed and they failed because the people who taught us business at school or who taught us things at school, they were not business people. It means they don't have experience. They just read what they are teaching us. But get someone who has real experience in what you want to do and make sure you stick to that person, follow that person. Everything that person tells you, please do it, and don't be like me who has been changing mentors, right? The third thing that I said is that your environment truly matters. The people you talk to, the people you spend your time with, and everyone, that the things that you see and the things that you put in you, what you see and what you read, those things are really important. Get some time to read some good books. Get sometimes, if you're watching videos, get some time to watch real videos that are going to motivate you and encourage you. And this is going to be something that is going to be so important for you, because what you put in is what you put out. In computer, we say garbage in, garbage out. And finally, I talked about accept change or you die. If you don't accept to change, then you are going to be wiped out, because the world has nothing for you. If you cannot change your life, then you just live, you die out. If you're a boy, this is already predicted in biology. Charles Darwin said that even the animals, the strongest animal is the one that gets a chance to mate and reproduce to the next, to take their genes to the next level. So if you are not someone who is strong enough, if you're not an animal that is strong enough, you will not even get a chance to mate and reproduce and pass your genes to the next level, meaning you are going to die what we call a genetic death, which is some of the worst death you can die from. If you have liked any, you can comment which one you have liked and which one you have liked the most. And if you have liked such videos, please like this and subscribe, and of course comment in the comment section. You let me know if you really want more of the lessons I talk about, how I've ruined my life and how I'm building my life. And if you want to talk more of such personal things, yes, I'll be able to share more with. And some people really want mentorship. And if I'm still on and you still can access me, of course, if you feel I can mentor you, it's fine. But if I'm not available, then you should get a mentor for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.